the laws are shaped by the people in need, essentially. And so the laws that we enforce are not ones that we just sat around at a conference table one day and decided, oh, we're going to protect these groups. They are historically groups who have been persecuted or treated differently for their inclusion in that group. And so the laws move with the groups that need the protection. And as you noted earlier before, Stephen, we're talking about the conversion therapy being outlawed. On this Saturday, on October 1st, a victim of domestic violence is going to be added to our statutes across all levels in response to the fact that people who are victims of domestic violence need protection in various aspects of their work and family life and home life. And so this too needs to move in a direction to identify the fact that there are people who are still subject to this practice in Connecticut. And while, any number is too much of a number, and I think that, seems to be the resounding issue is that, well, it's not enough. Well, but what is enough? We don't categorize what is enough. We look at the communities who are being affected, whether they all happen to fit into one group, which this one absolutely squarely does. And the fact that there doesn't need to be a litmus test of how many in order to have the protections of the law. I challenge any of you to read through our statutes. They're rather thick and it will take you a long time to get through them. But there's plenty of laws that you may look at and say, well, those laws exist and there's lots of thought behind them because someone or something was affected. And so, like I said, there isn't a litmus test to how many of that person needs to be affected for it to be a protection. That's what we do. And that's why we're progressive. Here in Connecticut, of all states, we live in a very progressive state. And so this really is our calling to make sure that we continue in line with that and our progress.